reunion part 2. But before we get into it, y'all already know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And come on over here and kick it with your girl. Now, y'all, I will say this reunion, this one, part 2, was actually better than part 1 for me. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot of back and forth, but it was good, child. We got a lot of tests, baby. People trying to fight people, like, child, and not actually fight people on the reunion, you know. But, you know, it's been accusations of somebody trying to fight somebody. But, child, we just to hop right on into it because, baby, we got a lot to talk about this week, so let's just get into it. So, starting out, my girl 50 Cent has came out, and y'all know she got that detailed cape on, and she looks good. So, Cynthia is trying to get caught up on what's going on. Andy laced her up, you know, let her know. Porsha and Phaedra dated the same man. He tell her, you know, K. Michelle is a gay man. Pinky is pregnant. Drew has finally got divorced from Ralph crazy ass. You know, just lacing my girl up. So, K. Michelle and Shamia start going at it. So, Drew asked the question about the friend situation, which Drew, y'all knew that she wasn't talking about the friends from RHOA. Y'all knew that she was talking about Candy, Toya, Rashida. We knew that's who she was talking about. I've been saying, I said it one more time. I do think it's messed up for Shamia to go back and tell K. Michelle what her other friend said, because you already know that they have an issue. You already know that they don't like each other. You already know what it is. So going back, telling her that, oh, my other friends don't really like you, but I am open to getting to know you. To me, and I said this multiple times, to me, they feel like you're saying that I should be happy that you're getting to know me because my other friends basically told me not to fuck with you. That's what I took from it. So for me, like K. Michelle said, if it's ever between me and them, choose them. Because no, this ain't that. And so as they're talking about this conversation, Porsha did kind of insert herself. And I ain't saying Porsha could have stayed out of it. But again, this is the reunion. So I ain't mad at it because everybody been inserting themselves and everything. So Porsha basically said, you know, she touched on basically how Shamia was indeed trying to start an alliance, which we already knew that's what it was. Shamia is notorious for trying to start an alliance at this point. I just feel like Shamia can't stand on her own for whatever reason. She feel like she needs to have backup to go against Porsha and the other ladies. And I just don't understand it. I just feel like if Shamia would have came on this show and just been Shamia, she would have been okay. But she came on here, and I know some of y'all may not want to admit this or not, but it seemed like her goal was to take Porsha down. Like, since Shamia been on the show, her storyline has literally been Porsha and how Porsha is such a bad friend. And for me, it's like, if Porsha is such this bad person, why do you want to keep being friends with her? Why was you friends with her all those years when you wasn't on the show? Like, it's given you did play the long game. And it's given now you got with K. Michelle and you had ulterior motives with K. Michelle. And I know a lot of people saying they feel like K. Michelle jumped ship. And we all know K. Michelle, like I always say, crazy as a busted bed. Look, I can't even talk because I'm talking about people. K. Michelle is crazy as hell. I'm going to just say that. Allegedly. And we know she going to play these games. But in this situation, I do feel like it's some truth there with this situation because even Shamia said it. They get into them meeting up before the reunion. So it seems like they met up a week or two before the reunion. Basically, to me, from my understanding, they're not saying it, but it seemed like they kind of met up to get their story straight. Basically, like Shamia wanted to talk to Kay so they could be on the same page before the reunion got here, and it just didn't go well for Shamia. And another thing, the issue that I have with Shamia, I feel like Shamia don't never stand on what she can stand on. She don't stand on 10. It's like she told K. Michelle said, you know, Shamia told everybody so she can since she brought it up, she can speak on it. Shamia didn't want to speak on it. She threw it back to K. Michelle. So K. Michelle get to speaking on it, and then Shamia is basically saying that the way K Michelle is speaking on it is not kind of what happened. K Michelle said that she was real mad because Shamia was sitting in her face, basically lying, trying to say that she didn't say what she said about Kendi them to her. And she's like, no, I know exactly what you said. Then Kelly, we know Kelly always interjecting and I always got something to say. But this time, Kelly was quiet as the mouse. So, baby, Kelly ain't have nothing to say. Kelly was quiet on the creek. Do you hear me? Kelly used to be real loud on the creek. Kelly was quiet on the creek. And she ain't have nothing to say. And so, to me, that was very telling. Because we know Kelly been riding 10 toes down against Shamia. And when it came to this situation, Kelly didn't really say nothing. So Shamia said that K Michelle basically tried to fight her and was basically doing all this. And it was in her face. And I guess Shamia was like, she was kind of scared or whatever. And she asked Kelly, she was like, Kelly, didn't this happen? Kelly act like she didn't know nothing. Kelly didn't say yes, she didn't say no. So that makes me believe that, you know, it's truth in there on both ends. Like, K Michelle probably was mad. Now, do I think K Michelle was trying to physically fight her? I don't know. This is K Michelle. She might have, she might be. But she probably was talking shit. You feel me? And I feel like Kelly, she don't want to insert herself because she knows Shamia full of shit, too. Allegedly. That's just how I see it. I just feel like Shamia made it seem like that K Michelle, I thought they were gonna fight on the show or somebody tried to fight her on the reunion the way Shamia made it seem. But child, this was off the show. They was basically in the club and talking. Shamia mama was there. Shamia mama basically was talking about about Porsha, and Porsha the Jezebel, and how she needs to be loyal to Shamia. She said that Shamia mama FaceTimed her daddy and basically was saying Miss Diane asked him to fix a pipe or something. I guess he's trying to lay that pipe, child. No, I'm just playing. But maybe that's where the situation came from her saying that Miss Diane tried to mess with her daddy because Miss Diane asked him to fix something, child. I don't know. All I know is Shamia, instead of Shamia speaking up for herself, this is why I don't be panning out for Shamia. Because you could have came and told us what it was, but you let K Michelle tell the story, and then you interject when she don't tell the story how you want her to tell the story. But it's like, Shamia, you just had the flow. You could have told the story. And that's what I don't like. I feel like Shamia just cannot be 10 toes down. She cannot stand 10 toes down by herself. And so it just kind of escalated because y'all, when they was like, call it who is Jezebel? Call it who is Jezebel? Andy, call it who is Jezebel? I was like, that's going to be like the new, who said that? Call it who is Jezebel? So Shamia and Porsha started going back and forth. Porsha called Shamia mama a Jezebel. Shamia say, so you're believing K. Porsha says that K has told her a lot of stuff that her and her mama basically have said about her. It's just being too much. And that's the thing I have with Shamia. It's like Shamia don't know how to hush. She don't know how to hush. And I'm not saying that you don't have a voice, because you grown as hell and you should have a voice, but you should have the voice. You feel me? Like, quit telling everybody different stuff about people because you're trying to get people on your side, because each time it never farewells for you, Shamia. This is the same thing that happened with Drew and Angela. You was talking about Porsha to Drew and Angela off camera to them, and they went back and told Porsha. And you're saying that they putting stank on it and they doing this. Nobody would have nothing to say if you just shut the fuck up. Like, say what you need to say to Porsha. Say what you need to say to everybody. But no, it's like you too scared to say what you need to say to people. So you say it to everybody else, and then it comes out the way that you said it, but you don't want it to come out that way, then you backtrack. And that's the issue that I have with Shamia. It's not that Shamia, she couldn't do good on the show. It's just that Shamia doesn't have a backbone for me. She's weak. She doesn't know how to speak up for herself. She's very timid and she play a role. It's like she do stuff and she hide her hand. And for me, I don't really rock with it. K. Michelle says that she and Shamia could coexist. Basically, they could be cool. But she don't trust her. Shamia say, you know, the feeling is mutual. Kelly chimed in. Now, this is when Kelly chimed in. She's been quiet this whole time. K. Michelle and Shamia is going back and forth. She chimed in on the part about them, you know, basically saying that they don't trust each other. She's telling them, don't let the noise from the left couch, which is Porsha them, get in their ear. And then everybody on the left couch started going off, child, with good reason, because this situation had nothing to do with nobody on the left couch. This was strictly Shamia, a case of Shamia talking too damn much. This was strictly a case of Shamia, you ain't have to tell them they told you nothing about K. Michelle. You should have took what they said took heed to it, peep K. Michelle for yourself. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And left it at that. That's all. So basically, the other couch is going back and forth with them, and so Andy had to chime in and basically tell Kelly to only address Shamia and K. Michelle. And so Kelly is like, I'm tired of you, I'm tired of you, I'm tired of you, which I gotta give it to Kelly. Y'all know Kelly gets on my nerves, but Kelly ain't no pushover. She don't let them, you know, just little girl her. She gonna say something back. And that's the problem with Shamia. No matter how Kelly look, no matter what Kelly got going on, all that, how they going at her, Angela telling her that she ain't got no home, she frying chicken out of Shamia's house, and Kelly still talking shit, which I can respect it. I can respect that. Like, she gonna stand on hers, like her, love her, however you feel about her, she ain't gonna let you little girl her. And I can respect that, because that's something that Shamia, she doesn't have that in her. And that's why Kelly is her mouthpiece. And like I keep saying, I felt like Kelly probably would have been a good housewife. Like, she would be more likable if she wasn't indebted to Shamia. Like, we know she got to be loyal to Shamia now, because Shamia is helping her and doing all this stuff for her, and they besties. So if they fall out, now that's gonna be a mess. And I don't know, they might end up falling out, child. Kelly still talking noise, child. She told them, don't nobody got a brick and mortar on that couch but her. Now, Kelly, the two people that got a brick and mortar, like, that Phaedra do too, where she got her office in we know the stuff with the funeral and stuff. But Kelly and Pinky, they got brick and mortars, but y'all are going through the most. And that's the thing, we're in 2026, baby. Having a brick and mortar, either it's a succeeding or it's ain't. Like Porsha said, she making millions online. Baby, how you heard of Amazon? Like, all these companies is making money online, baby. So e-commerce is kind of where it's at. You don't have that overhead. So it's like, Phaedra's like, baby, I know you lying. And this is the thing. We know Kelly is delusional. Like I said, she gonna talk her shit. But it's like, Kelly, you can't diminish nobody's accomplishments when you have all these lawsuits and these people coming after you because you don't even pay your people. Let's be clear. Cynthia has her moment. She's produced a record, an EDM record, and she got everybody on the couch just which I ain't mad at. Cynthia's song is cool. Everybody like it. They played this song in the mid-season trailer. So Cynthia doing her big one, 50 Cent, do your thing, girl. So we get to Pinky, child, and we know it's all based on her bankruptcy because Pinky talked a lot about filing bankruptcy this year. That was her whole, storyline. And while I appreciate her vulnerability, I really do, and y'all know how I felt about Pinky, she kind of grew on me towards the end of, mid-season. She started growing on me. Pinky, on this reunion, I kind of side-eye her. It's like, Pinky is very defensive. And Phaedra asked her about the bankruptcy because Pinky is trying to sell the bankruptcy as, it's a tool, which it is a tool, don't get me wrong. But I think the issue is the way Pinky comes off. And I think what Phaedra was trying to say is that you're bragging about how you got all this money and you can wipe your ass with this amount of money and you can do this and you can do that, and it's kind of like you're trying to shit on other people while having to file bankruptcy. And then not only that, the investors that invested within the company are losing their money. Now get me wrong, these are people I'm pretty sure that know the game, so they might have wrote this off for some type of way, who knows. But it looks crazy when you're not remorseful, because you're saying like, I honestly don't think it's nothing wrong with her filing bankruptcy. Like she said, the others do it all the time. I think it's the way she comes off. Like Pinky is one of those people, she get very defensive, and I feel like she got really defensive because Phaedra was hitting a nerve. And she's one of those people who think she knows everything. Like, y'all know them type of people where they think they are the smartest in the room and they know more than everybody just because they are good at something, and they think that they just know it all and they can't learn shit new. And it's like, she tried to go at Phaedra, but it's like, let's be clear. I don't care how nobody feel about Phaedra. Phaedra can pop her shit. Like she told Pinky, she's self-funded, so it would never be her. Let's be clear. Phaedra is very educated. Like very educated. One thing about me, I'm gonna give a person their warrants. Phaedra is very educated. She's a practicing lawyer. She went to she's a mortician. Like she has a lot of stuff going on. Like she said, she's been in business for 20 years and she's been good. And let's be clear, we ain't heard Phaedra in the blog for money problems. Now we seen what happened with Apollo, and whether she knew about Apollo or not, she was smart enough to not get caught up in it. And she ain't do no time. So what are we saying? And not only that, I felt like the read that Pinky was trying to throw out there, telling her, oh, win a case. Baby, we know we say that for fun just because when Cynthia said it, it was funny. But that was how many years ago that Cynthia said that? Hell, Phaedra just literally won a case on this season. Let's be clear. And like she said, oh, she brought up Bobby Brown. But Phaedra, the flex is, I was his attorney for 8 years. So if I was so damn bad, he Bobby Brown. He could have found another attorney. And that's the thing with Pinky. Pinky is very defensive. Pink is one of the people who try to overtalk you to make her point across. So you can't say what you need to say. She's the person that, because she talk confidently and she's defensive and she talk with aggression, that she think people are going to believe her or that what she says is right. And it's like, don't nobody else don't know nothing. I think Pinky could be a little remorseful. Don't get me wrong. It probably is heartbreaking and stuff like K. Michelle said. Cynthia and Porsha trying to chime in basically to tell Pinky that it's nothing wrong with her filing bankruptcy, but it comes off as you looking very arrogant and like you don't care when you're trying to sell it as, oh, this is this tool and you can just do this. Like, I get it, but people have invested their hard-earned money in you. And not only that, you're a black woman. Let's be clear. If we gonna talk about it, we gonna talk about it. You're a black woman. It's already hard enough for black people to get business loans and investors and stuff as it is. To get $25 million and basically just you have nothing to show for it, it's crazy. And Phaedra talking about, I don't know what is the profit margin for radioactive burgers. Now Phaedra. And I just feel like Pinky so she's one of the people that just need to hush sometimes and let other people have something to say. Like, we get it, Pinky. You doing your thing, okay? And then did y'all notice when she said about her opening her restaurant, she said that they made $25,000 to $30,000 a year? I was like, a year? Now, maybe she meant month, and maybe because she was so hot at the moment, like, Pinky, that baby under all type of stress because you real defensive. Maybe it's because she was so defensive that it came out wrong. But I'm like, $25,000 to $30,000 a year? That's not pretty good, Pinky, if we being honest. Now, a month, okay, but a year? But she said a year. Y'all go back and watch. Maybe she didn't mean to say that. Angela chimed in and basically said, you know, that she basically lost money. We know what happened to her with her homes going in foreclosure, and she was going to file for bankruptcy, but she didn't. And because she know that, you know, people were losing their money, they invested in her. And basically they tried to make Angela feel bad because they like, well, you went through the same thing. And Angela's like, I did, but I didn't. I told y'all my failures. I didn't come on the show basically bragging. Phaedra's like, if you that braggadocious, pay your bills. Phaedra said that, you know, if her husband and stuff got so much money, then why are the kids' bills on the bankruptcy? Like, Phaedra, please. Cynthia chimed in and she talks about you know, what she basically went through with Peter. And Pinky just don't want to hear it. Pinky is like, you know, she don't care about coming on this show and being subjected to criticism. No, what nobody says matter, which it clearly bothers her because she's so defensive. But she got something to prove, and we've seen that all season. I think that's why she leads with money, because she feel like that, and I feel like in her head that make her feel like somebody. So the fact that she is going through this, it probably is hurtful. But I don't think she know how to like understand it. This is a show, baby. People are gonna have opinions. When you come on this show, that's what it is. And so Pinky is like, she wouldn't have got casted on the show if she didn't have the coin. And Phaedra's like, I don't think they check nobody's bank account. And Andy is like, well, maybe we need to start checking. Andy ain't right. Andy shady as hell. But I just think, Pinky, you just gotta, baby, relax. It's okay, relax. So somebody asked, you know, how does she feel about finding out that Kelly was the one that said that she ate meat? Pinky ain't got no smoke for Kelly, and that's the shit that I don't like. Because it's like you were saying how Phaedra was messing up your business, Peter could come after you, and all this extra bullshit. But when Kelly admits to saying it, now all of a sudden you just ask Kelly, does she want to apologize to you? Kelly apologized. We know Kelly be lying. Shamia apologized. We know Shamia be lying. Shamia apologized to Phaedra, talking about she apologized because basically she heard what she said wrong. We know Shamia don't never get the shit right. Everything she heard, when she relay it back, it's always the wrong shit. Me personally, I'm starting to think, Shamia, girl, is something ain't clicking up her, because every time you relay something, it's never right. And I don't like that though. Like, I understand you cool with them, but you claimed that this was gonna mess up your business, and Kelly loud ass was saying how she seen you eating a steak and you ain't vegan and all this and that, and Kelly talking about that she didn't know, like, I guess after they became cool and they went to lunch together, she found out that what's her name, Pinky was eating like a vegan option. But at the same time, why wasn't it a problem for your business like it was with Phaedra? Like, child, she got an issue with Phaedra. So Phaedra basically said that Pinky never apologized. Pinky said she's not going to apologize. We later find out that something went on where, I guess, Pinky said that she was going to defend herself. I don't know if it was some type of weapon, I believe. Could have been a GU, could have been a GUN or some other type of weapon. And she said that Phaedra went to the higher ups on her. Andy took up for Phaedra and was basically like, he's known Phaedra for years. If Phaedra really wanted to take it there, she would have called him, or she would have called the people in New York, and she didn't. So she didn't feel like, you know, that Phaedra was really trying to take it there with her. My thing is, it was kind of like an issue last season, what happened with Britt and Kenya, right? And Kenya took the stuff into her own hands instead of, well, I guess she told production, and nothing really happened for real. So my thing is, if you threaten somebody, which I don't know what happened, we gonna say allegedly, but how defensive Pinky gets and how she act and how you can't tell her nothing. She probably did say some shit. I'm gonna say allegedly behind it, but she probably did. And Phaedra probably did say something to the producers, probably forewarning her, because she did say that her and Pinky were cool, that they have done business together and stuff. So she really didn't think it was just this big of a deal. She thought they were cooler than it. So basically, they kind of agreed to squash it. Pinky said that, you know, she's good with conflict resolution, which Pinky is. She know how to recover fast. But so they decided to kind of squash it and let it go for now. I do like Pinky got Phaedra activated. So I feel like this is the most activated Phaedra been all season. So I ain't mad at it. But at the same time, it's like, I get Phaedra. You're not going to try to play in my face. And you're not going to threaten me, because we not doing that. So I understand where she's coming from. Y'all can say what y'all want about Phaedra, but after the way Phaedra left the show before and stuff, she probably trying to do everything by the book, because y'all already have, like, y'all already trying to make something Phaedra with something. We see how the shit happened last season, and y'all swear up and down that it was Phaedra going after Angela, and we are finding out otherwise. So I think Phaedra is basically trying to have all her ducks in a row. And like I said last review, I feel like Phaedra been trying to be, you know, stay on the straight and narrow. Like, she's not trying to really get into no shit. She's trying to keep her stuff positive for real. But she had to pipe up on Pinky, and I ain't mad at that. So somebody asked, why did Drew go to Pinky's casting call if she never planned on, you know, auditioning? And basically, Drew is like, you know, I came to support her. I feel like, and this is another thing, Pinky does shit. I think that she thought Drew was supposed to just be happy to come, or that she knew that she was gonna pick Shamia over Drew anyway, and that's why she did it. Who the hell knows? But what I will say is, Drew followed protocol. Whether y'all like Drew or not, Drew do be acting. Drew does her shit. I do not like to diminish nobody accolades, which that's what they're trying to do. Like, Kelly talking about she does Tubi movies. Okay, and your homegirl that you whispering that too, oh, she do Tubi movies. Shamia, how you feel? Because you done been in a couple Tubi movies yourself, girl. And so, Pinky doesn't even know the correct acting terms, which tells me a lot. And she didn't even send the stuff over to Drew's team, but you want Drew to audition. It's like, girl, what are we doing here? Like, what is this? Like, one thing I will give Drew this season, I don't know if it's because Drew has left Ralph or what the hell it is, but Drew has taken up for herself a lot this season. And I'm kind of proud of Drew. I'm proud of Drew, because if you've been watching me, y'all know I haven't always had it for Drew. Like, I feel like Drew can be performative, and I feel like Drew can be on bullshit too. Let's be clear, as all of them can, right? But I do feel like this season, Drew is stepping into herself. She's taking up for herself. She's not letting the girls walk over her. I do feel like a lot of them come on here and they go after Drew because they feel like Drew is an easy target. And Drew is stepping into herself. And I ain't mad at that. Pinky also talked about her being in a lesbian relationship. She said she munched on some carpet before. I can see that Pinky was probably the more masculine one in the relationship. I can see that. Like, her the way she and the way she go, baby, she was like, you know, lesbian relationships, they're cool for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then after that it becomes too much. They be clingy. So they asked Porsha about it. Porsha says she's clingy. She's driving the U-Haul. Andy is like, Porsha would say, I love you. I think he said like the next day. We all know Porsha is a lover girl. Porsha with Sway now. Porsha say she is in love. Child, do your thug thizzle. So we get to the whole people fucking husbands and stuff. And so we talk about Shamia and George. And basically how what Angela said and what Shamia said that Angela said. We know Shamia never get the story correctly. I feel like Shamia hear one thing and then she adds something in there to make herself the victim. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I'm seeing. Now, y'all see that shit too. Shamia does stuff and then she adds questions in there to make herself the victim. Now, what's Angela doing a little much. Yes, I already said that. Now, I said Angela was, like, who cares if she was fucking George? I don't give a damn. But at the same time, George did say what he said. He just didn't say that it wasn't that Ashley said that. Like, Shamia said that, Ashley said that. Angela did not say that. George said it jokingly. We all heard it out his mouth. And Angela took that and ran with it and basically insinuated something. And that was the part that was messed up. I don't think Angela, it's not that he didn't say it, because George admitted that he said it, and he said it that jokingly. But it's the fact that Angela insinuated. Like, she could have just said that George said Shamia looked so good, or whatever he said, that I don't pay for it, or whatever, he said. But Angela insinuated that since he said that, Shamia must have fucked George. And that was the issue. However, they get to going back and forth. Angela and Shamia, and then Kelly chimes in, child. When Kelly chimed in, and there's one thing I tell y'all, Kelly ain't no punk. She delusional as hell, but she ain't no punk, and I can respect it. So Kelly jumps in, and so Angela tell Kelly when she get a husband, she'll understand. Kelly said she had a husband for 11 years. She was married for 11 years, and she didn't have to get pregnant to get no husband. That's what she told Angela. Angela was a little gagged. Angela had to, hold on. She had to catch herself, but she recovered. That's one thing about Angela. She quick on her feet. So she kind of paused, and then she was like, my husband put me in rooms. Your husband put you in courtrooms. And I'm like, Angela kind of ate with that, because, baby, Kelly's husband is, baby, he taking you through there. He putting you in courtrooms, got you in debt, all type of shit. But at the same time, Kelly did gag Angela. Angela basically go on and say, when she first came on the show, she wanted to build a relationship with Shamia. Like, they're both Taurus, they're both married, they went out, they had a time. And then basically things started going left, because we know how Shamia was going to Angela talking about Porsha, but when Porsha would be in front of Shamia would act like they were best friends. Of course, Angela is seeing this. Then Shamia called Angela messy. They ran the footage back of Shamia calling Angela messy, basically saying that she was muddying waters between her and Porsha. This is another case of Shamia not taking accountability for me, because if you said it, you said it. Just own it and just stand on it. You went to Angela talking about Porsha, instead of you saying what you said to Angela and you owning up to that. They're like, yeah, I said it. You're making it seem like Angela put a wedge between y'all relationship when it was already fractured. It just broke the, it just broke the camel's back at that point. Angela talk about, how Kelly was the one loud. I remember Kelly. What about that baby? What about that baby? I told y'all that they were not innocent. Like, Kelly and Shamia is the one who were talking about Charles. They bought the situation. Shamia said a lot of stuff about Charles. We learned out that it was more said than what Porsha said about when, she'll mess with Charles and stuff. So Pinky asked the question, basically asking, has she really let what Porsha said go? Because every time she's in the confessional, she shade Porsha. And this is what I appreciated about Angela. Now, for me, do I think Angela has completely let that go? Hell no. If somebody say they gonna fuck your man or they'll fuck your man, y'all know I like Cleo P. But if somebody say that they gonna fuck your man, as a woman, you ain't fit to just let that go. Like, you not fit to let that go. Let's be clear. Like, she ain't gonna leave Charles around Porsha. Like, come on now. But at the same time, I feel like Angela understands the logistics of a show. She knows this is a show. Basically, this is their job. This is how she's gonna get her coin. She know Porsha is the top dog, whether y'all like it or not. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Her dislike for Shamia and Kelly is more she have more of a dislike for Shamea and Kelly than she do Porsha. Do she think that what Porsha said? Do I feel like she think that her and Porsha just besties now? No, I feel like it's one of those situations where keep your enemies closer. I know how to coexist with her. We here to get our paper. She apologized. We cool. We gonna let it go. Porsha said, she apologized. She haven't said nothing else about Charles. She was like, that was the only thing she said about Charles, and it was basically Shamea them saying that Charles be in the streets and all this and that, which I've been saying that. Y'all keep starting in the middle or the stuff that happened this season, when a lot of this stuff came over from season 16. Not only that, the situation with it happened at Kelly party with Junebug them. It's a picture of Shamea and Junebug, and Shamea acting like she don't know who the person is. And this is another thing. Like Shamea, this man was the whole last year reunion and the last few episodes of last season was about Junebug and all this shit going on. Now you don't know this man and you on a picture with him, and Shamea is talking about, I take pictures with everybody. Shamea, let's be clear. Just own up to it. And I said that last year, y'all. I said, I just didn't think Phaedra done it. Because I don't care how y'all feel about Phaedra, what happened with Kendi, that shit is all over and done with. It is what it is. I don't think I know Phaedra is not that dumb to come back on this show and do the same shit that just had her kicked off the show for years. Let's be clear. Use our brains here, y'all. And I said I didn't think it was Phaedra. I thought either Angela did the shit herself or ding ding ding, Kelly had something to do with it because it was Kelly event. And I don't think y'all believe that. But now Angela is kind of basically saying that. She talks about how she tried to have a conversation with Shamea, which I've said on multiple times. And each time they try to sit down and have a conversation, Shamea playing Angela's face. Maybe it's because Shamea really feel like Angela in her head, she's made up in her head that Angela is the real reason that her and Porsha are no longer friends at all. And maybe that's why she really don't like Angela, and that's why she don't want to make up with Angela. Because we know Shamea apologized, and then she go back and do the shit again. She'll go back and be on 40 different interviews talking about the same shit. It's never about her. It's always about everybody else. And I feel like that's just the issue with Angela and Shamea. Angela see through Shamea. She see the stuff that she did. She the one who brought up Charles. And that's just that. They talk about the cease and desist that Shamea sent Angela. We know Shamea don't want Angela to say certain stuff. I just feel like it's just one of them double standards. I feel like Charles is a very soft spot for Angela. Angela and Charles have been through some things, and you can tell that Angela is not clearly healed from those things. So if you say something about Charles, baby, Angela, she at your neck. And we good reason, because at the end of the day, that's her husband. That's just like when people saying stuff about Shamea and her husband, she have a problem with that. So of course Angela's gonna have a problem with that. They talk about what was said by the pool and how Shamea was saying that Charles had a woman in New York. And I remember last season Shamea was saying different stuff, and y'all remember last season Angela said that it was more said that that I guess was cut out, and Angela basically she knew what was said because she heard it out of her own mouth. And this Shamea is just not owning up to nothing. She's saying that she didn't say it. Porsha's saying that she did. Angela is saying that she did. So I'm inclined to believe that she did, which we do know that Shamea co-signed a lot of the shit with Charles cheating last season. Now, do that make it right? It's like, Angela, it is what it is. You don't fuck with Shamea, let it go. But Angela is one of them people, once she on you, she on you. And I guess that's just what it is. They are mad because she's able to, like I said, she's able to coexist with Porsha. But at the same time, y'all, I just feel like Angela don't like Shamia and Kelly. I feel like the stuff happened with Charles and she just see through them. Y'all may not agree with that, but I feel like that's exactly what it is. Andy basically tells Shamia that she should basically apologize. And Shamia apologizes again. Child, and I am tired. Like, Shamia, stand on what you said. Why do you keep apologizing? If I don't want to apologize, I'm going to stand on that shit and I'm not going to apologize. Nobody's going to make me apologize. Also, her and Porsha is going back and forth. Porsha did this to Shamia, and Shamia kind of stopped. And I'm like, Shamia, this is what I be talking about. It's clear as day that we know who ran the friendship. Porsha P, it was the main character in their friendship, because it's like, Shamia, you gotta have a backbone, girl. Angela apologized, child. Angela did not want to apologize. Angela, I think she only apologized because of Andy. And she kept saying that, you know, her source is basically credible. If she don't want her to lose her job that she doesn't need, and she apologized. And I'm like, Angela. Now, Angela, I guess I said to Shamia, if you didn't want to apologize, you shouldn't apologize. So I guess the same applies to Angela. She didn't really want to apologize, so you shouldn't apologize either, girl. We get to the Porsha and Kelly of it all, about Kelly sleeping with a married man. Porsha say that she said it about Kelly because Kelly said it about her, so when the opportunity presented itself, hell yeah, she was bringing it up. Porsha did a lie to take the test, y'all. And the lie to test came back that Porsha wasn't lying. However, I feel like it would have hit a little harder, Player P, if you would have took the lie detector in front of the lie detector test in front of everybody. Do I believe Kelly slept with a married man? I don't know. That's here and there. I don't know. But I will say she's not innocent. And will say Kelly is a liar. Y'all see how quick she lied and act like she ain't know who Gary was. Whole time it's paperwork out here that everybody done dug up and found. So, you know, it's a possibility. Like, I feel like Kelly, one and the same. She probably on that too. Just how I feel like Shamia and Porsha is more alike than y'all would like to admit, because y'all feel like Shamia is just this married woman who doesn't do anything and she just married and Porsha want her life. No, Shamia was the same, out here looking for a man with a bag, out here talking to everybody else and doing all that in the streets, allegedly. But I feel like they are one and the same. It's just that, excuse me, it's just that Shamia, she got with somebody and it worked and it's lasting. That's the only difference, child. And another reason that I believe it's true is because when Andy asked her reaction to the lie detector test, Kelly didn't deny it anymore. She said, who cares? Loudmouth Kelly, who been talking shit saying Porsha lied this whole time, then she get a lie detector test done. The lie detector test come back true and she's saying, who cares now? Kelly, you've been caring this whole season. Now all of a sudden you don't care? Baby, bring your ass to the front. If you slept with the man, Kelly, you slept with the man, child. And so basically, Porsha is like, Kelly is going on a smear campaign, so as long as she's doing that, she gonna be on Kelly's ass. Kelly is like, she gonna have her foot on Porsha's neck, and Porsha told Kelly that she gonna have her foot on her itty bitty back, child. Kelly is mad at Phaedra, child. And Phaedra, I feel like, what does Phaedra have to do with this? Phaedra just said she knew the man. And that was it. She didn't, elaborate any further. She just said she knew him. That's her client. Like, Kelly, first of all, Phaedra and Porsha been knowing each other for years. Whether y'all feel like they friends or not, I feel like they have more loyalty to each other than she would have to you. You're talking about you're her client. Kelly, you're pro bono. Let's be clear. Kelly, Phaedra didn't owe you anything to tell you nothing her and her client has to talk about. Like, come on now. So Kelly get the name in the guy because Porsha said she was gonna give, she's not gonna name the preacher. Kelly get the name of somebody that they talking about that Claudia Jordan brought up. Claudia gonna be happy they said her name, child. Like, Porsha's like, that's not the reason, but since you're naming people, keep on naming them. Kelly is saying that that's why they got an issue. Porsha's like, that is not it. You know, she had brought that up when she was on the Carlos King show as well. They really, so Shamia chimes in. And she's trying to have Kelly back. And baby, Porsha done told Shamia to shut up when she talking to Kelly before she spill who Shamia was with at the BET Awards. And I know a lot of y'all is this talking about Shamia was with her husband at the BET Awards. She's not talking about 2026, baby. She's talking about 2025. And did y'all notice? Shamia said, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking to Angela. I'm not talking to you. She kind of skipped over what Porsha said, didn't give it no back and forth. And this is why I be saying, they cut from the same cloth. Y'all can think just because Shamia got the men, she got the kids, and she got the money that she's squeaky clean. I don't feel like she's squeaky clean. I feel like it's more to the story. It's something there. Porsha, don't just bring it up. Tell us. But now, I just feel like it's a mess. Like, y'all shouldn't even get this far. Y'all don't fuck with each other. I just wish that they could just coexist. Ain't no need to air each other dirty laundry out. But child, this is what you get when you have somebody like Shamia. Like, I feel like Shamia, y'all may not want to see it, but Shamia is a liar. Her and Kelly lie a lot. So this is why when y'all be saying, oh, Porsha lie, Phaedra lie, oh, we watching the same show because all these ladies lie. Not even just them. Over all these franchises, these ladies be lying. Shamia and Kelly has lied multiple times just in this episode alone. They done ran footage back. So it's just like, at the end of the day, I just don't want to see it get so bad till they start airing each other laundry out. But then too, I'm like, well, shit, what's tea? Because we know it. But at the same time, like in real life, you know, all bullshit of the show and stuff to the side, it's just like, go y'all separate ways and let it be. I feel like Shamia, you don't be standing 10 toes down, so just don't say too much. Like, because when Porsha go there, then it's gonna be a whole smear campaign. You're gonna be on her crying, you're gonna be doing the most. I feel like if Kelly and Shamia ever break up as friends, that's gonna be a whole shit show. Because I feel like Shamia has probably told Kelly too much, and Kelly don't give a damn, child. Other than that, this was a good reunion. I'm ready to see part 3. Like I said, I do wish that Porsha did the lie detector in front of everybody. Shamia said that K. Michelle tried to fight her. She did not try to fight her on the show. I mean, yeah, this was a good episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.